So we're now on board Skeiron 911, and here is basically where I spend most of the times when we're racing, is the cockpit of the boat. As you can see, it's really wide for the size of the boat. So the size is in length 6.5 meters and wideness is about 3 meters. So you can see it's like half of the length. So they make it really stable boats downwind. And over here we've got the traveler of the main ship. Okay, you can see it's really big because these mainsails have got a square top that they call them, which means the mainsail is really powerful and it doesn't allow us to ease that power off only by releasing the main sheet. So we need to play with the traveler quite a lot. So back here we've got our main source of power, which is a solar panel. So basically we get through most of the races just by getting enough power from the solar panel to use all the electrics like autopilot, anything from wind instruments to navigation instruments and GPS. We also, myself also carry an ecological generator, and it's just a backup in case my solar panel fails or there's a few days that there isn't enough power going into it. I've got that just in an emergency to use it. So these boats, on these boats we've got 2 backstays. And the reason of that, as people who've sailed, most of you know that usually boats carry a single backstay, we carry 2, and the reason of that is because the mainsail is so big that it would not be able to pass from one side to the other one. It would be basically jammed on the backstay. So we use 2, and every time the side where the wind is coming from, that's the backstay that we get tied, and the other one just gets released and sent forward so it's out of the way. So as you can see, all the mini transat boats have got twin rudders, which means they're connected by 2 bars onto the main tiller, which is great because if one fails, you've got the other one giving you a bit more time to repair the broken one. And also back here on the stern is the emergency hatch. So in case the boat does roll over in the middle of the Atlantic, we've got the life raft there ready to go, and that will be our escape hatch in case we're down below, or if we're on deck, a way to get the life raft off from the boat. So we are on the bow of Skeiron 911. As you can see, it's a really exposed environment here. Guardrails don't really cover much. So one of the most important things sailing on a mini is you should always keep your center of gravity low. Basically, always on your knees, walking up and down. Except while you're in the cockpit and it's nice conditions, but we always are like this. And obviously, as we're mainly single-handed racing these boats, we're always clipped on as soon as we leave the cockpit, and in strong winds we will always be clipped on at all times. So here we've got basically all the lines coming back into the cockpit. We do not have any winches or any jammers or anything on the bow because we obviously want to spend as little time up there as possible. So all the lines always run down here where it's the safest part of the boat. It's another of the jobs we've been doing, just changing all the running rigging, getting new lines, and making sure that there's no chafe on them and that they're all ready. And now I'll show you down below. So we are down below on Skeiron, and as you can see, it's all very, very simple. Basically, the sails are now stored on the foredeck. Once we're racing or sailing, obviously we play a lot with the weights on these boats, as they're only 950 kilos. So it's very important where we stack the sails and all the heaviest stuff on one side or the other one. So for now in the marina, we just put them up forward so they're out of the way. We've got here our toilet, the toilette, which is basically bucket and chuck it. Simplest thing to do, and a lot less can go wrong with that system. We've also got here our kitchen. So that's how we eat basically. So we use the jet boil to boil water, and then we eat all the dry food. So thanks Expedition Foods for for providing me with the energy. As you can see, the mast comes down through here as well, gets attached just in front of the keel, which we've got here the 2 keel bulbs that we take every now and then, making sure they're still there basically. So sleeping on the mini transat boats, it's not one thing that you do for a long period of time, so it doesn't need to be comfortable, and it isn't. But we maximum sleep through a 15 to 20 minute periods. And the way we basically do it, always try, obviously playing with the weight, so on the high side. And a great little spot is here. Just lay yourself down in here, so you don't go anywhere. Nice and protected, so you don't roll up to anywhere. Still being able to check all the instruments up here, so to see what's happening on the deck. And then every 20 minutes, get up, check on deck, get up on the deck, make sure there's no boats around, nothing, no wind changes or anything, and then get yourself down again and try and get as much energy with these 20 period times. Great, so I hope you enjoyed the update of what me and Skeiron are up to. Obviously these days are going to be all focused on the repairs, and as soon as the repairs are done, first thing we're going to do is just go on to a little offshore training and get up to speed with the rest of the team. And yeah, keep following for more news and hope to see you soon. Because I'm worth it.